Hello and welcome back to Train Sim World Great Western Express. As you can see, we are currently in the Class 66. Let's go outside and you can see it's fairly dark. So we're going to be doing a run like so in today's episode. As a matter of fact, that could actually be the... no, let's go for... There we go, this view of ours here. We can set up a pretty nice camera. Ooh. There we go. Something like that. That looks fairly... Now I want that more on the floor. Look at that. That looks great. That's going to be our thumbnail already. As I roll. Whoa, 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 whoa. On the brakes. On the brakes. There we go. Wow. Okay. Okay, so we're going to be taking this from... well, let's have a look. Let's have a look at what we have to do. We have to take it from here all the way to Reading. So technically, it's... Dagenham Docks to Didcot Yard. We are 4 Victor 48. So we're going to be taking this all the way along. Let's have a look at what we've got and what we need to do. So the first things first, we need to... The first things first? Yes, of course, the first things first. First thing is first, we need to switch on our EWS, which... I think it's that one. That one there. There we go. So that's now on. We need to make sure that we'll put our... Let's have a look at what information we have. So we've got the unit information there. That's fine. We'll exit that. We've got the traction cutout, English metrics, slow speed control. That's all fine. Right, let's go for our data. So we'll put up the data there. There we go. Throttle position idle. I love this. This is really well done. I'm not sure this doesn't work at all, but this is really well done. Let's see. Can we do anything with this? There we go. That's on. Let's see what that does. Parking brake will switch off. We're in goods mode. That's great. Not passenger, as you can see. So parking brake is off. We've got the engine is started. We're going to make sure that that is on. Let's switch on the hot plate on medium because it is fairly cold. It is autumn. We've got the windscreen wipers that we don't need. We've got the markers, and yep, that's all fine. The DSD we've isolated because I don't like using it because I'm not sure what the button is for it. That's the only reason I don't like using it. Is that going to... I'm going to check again whether this lets us into the engine room now. No, it still doesn't. That's something they really need to work on. And similarly, there isn't one here, is there? No. Alright, so that's something they really need to work on. Let's make sure that everything's set up here. Do we need cab lights? You know what? I'm going to leave the cab lights on. Unless we've got... Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Desk light. Doesn't really seem to do anything. Instrument lights are on. Tail lights are off. The demister probably will need to be on. And that's in night mode. And our brake is in service. Let's sit ourselves down. This is going to be a nice run, this is. Let's release our brakes, make sure everything is fine. That's clear. Our brakes need to be... how do I... Is that one? That's the direct brake. Which is... That's that one, okay. Okay, so I've got the two brakes right here. That's fine for us. And that looks good for me. We're now going to put this in forward. There we go. And we're going to kick some power into it. Let's go outside. Take a listen to that. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Let's go into this mode to watch it. Let's watch the train pull out of the yard. Yeah, we've got plenty on the speed and we're green ahead. Very nice. Looks very nice. We've got this livery. We've got the EWS livery, not the DB Schenker livery. So that looks pretty good. Very realistic. The cab lights are on in the rear cabin for some strange reason, which is odd. And this is what we're hauling today. Let's go have a look over here. So you can see it's for... If you compare this to American trains, it's not very big, but this is a 20 car train that we're hauling out of Acton all the way over to Didcot. So there we go. Let's get ourselves back inside. and get ourselves underway as well. Give it a bit more power. So really in this one I'm going to be looking at more so what this is like. We've done this before, but they've done some updates to it, and hopefully that's fixed a number of bugs that it had. Hey, that's turned red. Wasn't that green before? Parking brake is released. Yes, we know this. Exit. Yeah, I'm fairly sure that was that not just green? Maybe if I switch this on it goes green? I don't know. Or was it? Oh no, it was like a pinky, that's what it was. It looked white. That's what it was. And you switch off the cab lights and it no longer looks white. Fair enough. Fair enough, that's fairly good. I do really like this overhead. This is a very good overhead system. Very realistic. Alright, we're good here. Of course we have same thing as any other ones if you have a look outside. There's our hazard lights. So we've got that as well, which I think is really cool. Although this one I can't seem to switch off. Uh-oh. Oh no, there we go, they're off. There we go, fine. Gonna give it another bit of power. So now we're in notch 3. It's very quiet again. This is still the same issue I have the whole way through. It is quiet. It is very, very quiet. And I don't like that at all. Again, in editing I'm going to put this up so you guys are going to be able to hear this a lot more. But I can't hear it. I am not able to hear this engine. And I can't put the volume up because it's going to, if it suddenly gets louder, it's just going to blow my eardrums out. So, yeah. We've got a yellow aspect up ahead. Is that a double yellow, I think? I am going to kick up the power a little bit because it looks like a double yellow, but there is a single yellow after that. Now, if that's ours as well, then we're going to have to see. Right, just cancel that EWS. I think that is ours. Now I don't know what the stopping distance is like on this train. Obviously it's a fairly heavy train. So yeah. Let's leave it in notch 2 for now. Just going to ease ourselves up. This video is going to be in 2 parts. Look at that. That looks great. It's a good opportunity to view this as well. As you get a freight train going through the passenger station. Very good. Through Ealing Broadway. Alright, I'm now going to apply the brakes. I think this is how we apply brakes on this, because I can see the light up ahead. We should be slowing down a fair amount. I don't know about this direct brake. I'm just going to be using this auto brake the whole way through. Oh, that's just changed though for us. So we're going to release the brakes. There we go, that's fully released. Back on the power, and that's actually gone to green. That must have been a train that was leaving Ealing and picking up speed. So we should have a ding soon telling us that we're okay. But yeah, like I said, this is going to be in 2 parts. I'll probably split it at the 20-25 minute mark. Here comes the ding. There is the ding. See, I've got myself up into... Now, how many notches of power does this actually have? Where's our power handle? Over here. We've got 8 notches of power. I'm going to put it into notch... Yeah, let's just put it into notch 8 and see what happens. Again, I can't hear it. But you can see that the ammeter's reading correct in this train as opposed to the HST. So the class 43 doesn't read correctly. This is reading correctly and it is working correctly. So that's a good sign. Okay, you can see what the repeater's showing for us. This is was a green signal for us. But if you were shunting over, then it would be a red signal. That's what the double repeater was. So if we were shunting over that way, it'd be a red signal, but we're not, so it's green for us. You have to know where you're going. That's basically it. Alright, we're definitely picking up speed now. This is good. Well, obviously this is not a particularly fast train, as you can see. It's not exactly a particularly fast train. But I mean, it has its moments. It's a freight train. It does its job. What's the speed limit here? 70, 80, 85, 85. So there's our speed limit right there. We're doing 50. This train can't go over 75 anyway. I mean, it can, but it's not going to. Now we're down to 80. It does look really, really nice though. The one thing I have to give Train Sim World, regardless, is that it looks really nice. We're back up to 90. You just saw down on the side there's a little. Can I have the mouse? Yeah, just there. There's a 90 marker. Let's see if I can do this without this without using the speedometers or anything like that. Sorry, without using the heads-up display. Just going to do this like this. It probably isn't going to be possible because I don't know the line well enough. We're not switching over, so it's not going to be 50 for us. If we were switching over, we would have an alarm. I hope. The sky still needs some work. You know, it's not bad. It's really not bad, but it does need some work. All right, well, we're at 65 miles per hour, and let me just quickly check that. It is a 90 zone now, isn't it? Yes, it is a 90 zone. We're not going to get to 90. We're going back down to 80 very shortly, but like I said, we're not even going to get to 80, so it doesn't really matter for us. So it's 70 if we're swapping over, which we're not. Should have an 80 limit come up very soon. In fact, probably that one there. There you go, there's the 80. And now in an 80 zone. We're going to see the fantastic lighting effects in this sim. That is really fantastic lighting effects that they have. I mean, in terms of sim wise, it's not the best 90 again. In terms of sims, it's not the best. Obviously there's nothing like it, but it still could do with a lot of improvement. In terms of graphical fidelity and quality, it's incredible. It genuinely is absolutely incredible. And I mean, there are links in the description box to this game on Games Planet, because they're the ones who gave this title to me, and so if you do want to purchase that, you can purchase it from there, and that would support me and everything like that. But you know, moving away from purchasing it or anything, it's just such a nice title. We're going back down to 80. I think we should probably be easing off on the throttle here. We're at 70, what, 72? I'm at 70 here, so I'm going to ease off on the throttle. I'm going to start looking down like so. That should probably make it easier for us to look around. Let's go outside for a moment. We should be okay here. Don't see any speed changes coming up. Did I not? Was it not F4, F5, something like that? Shift and 5. Control and 5. Ah, it's control and 4. That's the one that I wanted. It's pretty much that I need. So it's a 90 mile an hour speed limit we're coming back up to. Like I said, we can't really pick up to that speed, but there we go. There's a nice view from the outside of this train. And that's a classy camera right there. You're not going to get a better camera angle than that. There you go. That was great. That's a camera to enjoy. Oh, no, I just hit the front of the train. Whoa, well done me. Right, no change in speed. We do have noise back. I can hear the train more now. Maybe I should just open the window. That doesn't actually change anything. Well, that's a bit odd. Alright. Again, quick check on the speed just because I was outside, so I don't know what happened. But yeah, very quiet run down through or out of London towards wherever we're headed. I've forgotten where we've headed. We're headed to Didcot Yard. That's it. We've got a yellow aspect on the lines on the other side and a red aspect, but a green for us, as you can see on that repeater. So again, this is good for us. As we go around that corner, we'll see a green. There you go. There's our green. That's on the double yellow, and the next lines are on red. So they're on danger. That's fine. I believe we were passing through Slough right there. So, yep. Pretty far down the route already. There's something over on the right hand side that I haven't checked. Again, that repeater showing speed change coming up. That's what that was. That was a warning of a speed change. How do I get that speed up again? How do I get the speed up? I can't remember. It seemed to be okay though. That was a definite warning of a speed change though. I saw the change, but I couldn't read the speed. It's 60. But it was 90 if we... Okay, so for some reason it's 90 for us. And that's a little bit confusing. That's not what I want. How do I get rid of that? There we go. That's more like it. Okay, we've got a 40-mile-an-hour limit coming up. We are going to continue on at this speed for now. So it's a while away. We are going to find out when we need to change the speed. I'm going to essentially wait until I see the Morpeth board warning us of a speed change. Fun fact that those triangular boards that tell us of speed changes, upcoming speed changes and stuff, they were actually invented or put on the lines for the simple reason that there is a corner on one of Britain's railways. I think the Morpeth corner or the Morpeth bend. In fact, that's a speed change sign for us. There's the 40. I don't know whether that's for us though. Didn't tell us, so maybe that isn't for us. I don't know. That 40 did. I think that 40 was for us. So I'm actually going to start applying the brakes now, getting us slowed down to 40. As you can see, I've now applied the brakes, and we are slowing ourselves down. I genuinely think that one was for us, but it didn't give me a warning, which is weird. I can apply the brakes a lot more harsher than I am here. There we go. We are switching over. That's why it's a 40 coming up. It's the switch over. So the points are 40. There we go. We are down to 40. Start notching the power up again. So that should be our... Yep, we're coming down to 40 right there. Kill the brakes completely right here. There we go. So yeah, those boards were because this corner is really sharp, and a lot of trains never used to slow down in time for it. So that's why they had that. Alright. Right, we're headed through. I'm actually going to hit that to find out where the train length is before I accelerate again. I want to make sure we go through this at 40. I think we can leave it in the current notch. I don't know what the speed limit is up here. There we go, that was straight through. So now I'm going to, if you just heard the little bit of the bleeps, that's the length of the train. So now I'm going to accelerate right the way up again. I haven't seen any warning of any lights or anything, so it's okay. But yeah, those boards were designed to make sure that trains or engineers, train engineers, drivers knew to slow down because of this dangerous corner coming up. So that's why you have these boards. They were just early warning boards to prevent accidents from happening. This is very wobbly, this section. Where are we passing through right now? I don't know. I don't know where we're passing through. There's a HST though, passing on the other side. $17 miles to go to Reading. I'm going to now just crank up the power all the way. And what should I do? Not much to do once you're underway on these lines. There really isn't much to do. That's why things it can get a little bit dull and a little bit you know, you sort of run out of things to do because it's not busy. It's not. There's nothing really active going on, and that's why they have these devices like the driver vigilance device, or you know. The EWS signals, the EWS devices, or all of that stuff, for this very reason, that it gets very monotonous, very boring when you're driving a train and you don't have anything to do. I mean, I'd probably bring a book along. Right now I'm talking to you guys, so that there's something to do in terms of that, but generally there isn't much to do. Look at the scenery, sure. I mean, it's great scenery. You know, can I look for other trains? I mean, it's not like we've got Eddie Stobart trains coming the opposite way. The reason I say that is if you're from the UK or maybe even Europe, you'll know of Eddie Stobart. And Eddie Stobart, each truck, each lorry has its own name. So you know, you see one coming the other way, and as kids, you generally play games, you know, counting the number of Eddie in the UK, counting the number of Eddie Stobart lorries you've seen, or you know, how many different names can you spot on them, or how many, you know, certain colour cars you see, or certain colour vans, or whatever it is. You can't really do that on the railway to even pass your own time. First of all, you need someone else to do it with. Because you do it on your own, it's kind of, oh hey, look, I just beat my own high score. It's a little bit, you know, boring. Second, generally you have to be a kid to really enjoy that, or have a kid. So you know, if you're doing railway tours or cab rides and stuff like that, maybe you'll have someone who'll be more excited about that sort of thing. And third, there needs to be a lot of traffic. There really needs to be a lot of traffic. If there isn't a lot of traffic, then you can't really do much. You really can't do much in that sense, because, well, what are you going to do? Hey, look, I'm going to wait for a lorry to come along, or a train, an Eddie Stobart train to come along. One comes along. That's about it. It's just not... that's the problem with being a train engineer. Obviously, in real life, it's a bit more active. That just changed to yellow. I saw that go to double yellow. He's on the brakes here. Am I switching over again? I don't think so. I'm just going to slow down to about 65. Nice and calm. Nice and easy. tracks have disappeared. That's a bit fun. Oh, this is gone fairly wrong, hasn't it? Well, I'm very close on that side, but the tracks have disappeared on this side. What's going on here? And has the signal disappeared? Ooh, hang on, a whole bunch of things have disappeared. This is a problem. Right, I'm gonna just... I can't actually see anything ahead of me. This is a first. Oh no, wait, things are coming back. There we go, they're back. Okay, there's the red. I've got a red signal up ahead. That's no good. I'm gonna slam on the brakes here. There's no way I'm gonna make that. That's it, that's an emergency brake setting now. That is an emergency brake, and I am pushing the brakes as hard as I can. Actually, I might make that. I might actually make that. Never mind. It's a goods train. Of course I'm going to make it. Why wouldn't I make it? It's a goods train. And I think that's where I'm going to end this episode. And I'll join you guys when the light goes green again. So thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on... try and do my outro. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Train Sim World. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think of this title and what you think of this run so far. I don't know what that bug was back there. I don't know how that came about, but there we go. And do support me on Patreon. Link to that is in the description box below. I would massively appreciate your support. And like I said, I'll join you guys once this light goes green. So thank you very much for watching once again, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Train Sim World Great Western Express.